Greetings, gamers! I've been working on a new game called Incoming. Incoming is a 3D VR missile defense game. Protect your cities with a wide assortment of defenses against waves of warheads, bombers, zeppelins, and epic bosses. Wishlist today on Steam. Link is in the description. Greetings, Starfielders, and welcome to another episode of Starfield. I'm Cobalt Thorium. In this episode, we're going to be exploring this place here. What is the name of this place again? Aquila. Aquila City. In Aquila. That is a very blue sun.
Over there. Tourist?
I give him 3 minutes before the smell chases him out.
Oh, it's a genuine stretch in the nostrils there. Oh, they should post a sign, a warning or something.
As long as they stay clear of Aggies, they'll be fine. And of Mooch.
Well, Mooch isn't exactly dangerous.
But he doesn't do Achilles City proper.
Alright. Well, there's Aggies. I suppose she's getting around.
The museum is quaint. I mean, it's clear a lot of love was put into it.
Alright. Let's go.
Cancel my vacation.
So we're going to start where we sort of know where we are, being over here. Well, maybe we should tell this guy about the sensors.
People around here think we own Aquila. They're wrong. Gosh, the deal. Vigilance is what keeps Aquila City safe.
If it weren't for the walls, the whole town would be an Ashta buffet.
Alright, so we're trying to do everything that's to the left of the entrance right now. Just get it all done. So that's going to start with these barracks, probably. Aquila Guard Barracks. There's that painting again. That's very unsettling to me. That one's kind of cool, though. It's got... I would call that the gunslinger. It's actually not the best painting, but it's got some great lighting. Boom Pop. Drink your dreams. Hey, if it's free.
Hello.
Classic rocks.
Just keep your gun holstered during your stay, and you'll be good in my book.
If I just whip it out right now, you're gonna be
Used to
mad?
be an actuary. Now look at me.
Is that an upgrade? I don't know.
You don't need to wear your helmet. You know that, right?
Getting tired of people telling me that. What if I want to wear my helmet?
Rock might have some work for someone like you.
Who?
Hey there.
Oh, the Rock. Right. She's about to say something and I interrupt her. Chunks.
Problem?
No problem. I'm just checking out the stuff you got. You got some of those gym
Cool
balls.
space. Nobody's allowed outside the city walls after nightfall. It's for their own safety.
I need to get better at not interrupting people. Like,
You do not want to go outside the city walls. The Ashta will rip you apart.
Like, I do have a tendency when a character comes in front of me to just click the interact button. And a lot of times they're just warming up for what they're going to say. And so they end up talking and kind of get cut off. Or their initial message kind of gets cut off. Bad habit of mine. I'm trying to go fast. I'm trying to, you know, be cognizant of the fact that people are watching. And they're probably not all that thrilled with me checking walkers, but, you know, this is a looter-shooter. Looting comes first, shooting comes second. Close for repairs. The glass is sometimes kind of hard to see. Very high quality glass, I would suppose. Alright, there's really nothing in here. I don't know what the point of this area is. If it's just for flavor, or if we'll eventually come back here for some kind of quest.
People around here think we own Aquila. They're wrong. The Ashta do.
People have no idea what we do to keep them safe.
Oh yeah? What do? Anything illegal? Anything that you'd be embarrassed about? I don't know. Just being weird. Alright, so that's the Chunks facility. I bet we're gonna go to some quest about chunks, and they're gonna be like, oh, the chunks are people.
Keep your nose clean. Last thing I want is to charge you for a DP, an A&D, B&E, or heaven forbid, an MS. At least then we won't have to worry about a BOP, am I right?
Alright.
Ugh, I hate instantly putting on the pounds like this.
I want to see an Ashton. They never did explain in this game where the low grav comes from, in the or where the ship gravity comes from, rather. What is this? Aquila Prison. Alright, I think we have the whole side explored up to, with the exception of the prison, up to the museum. It's pretty good progress. It's better progress than I expected we'd make. Kind of figured that the city would be bigger over here. Oh, what is this? Oh, these are the towers, right? I don't know if we're going to explore the towers. I have a feeling that they're just going to be a waste of time. We'll just pop our head up quick. Yeah. Whole lot of nothing. Alright. Why is there an arrow there? Alright, let's follow the arrow and see where it goes. Alright. Let's go check out the prison, I guess. Prison, then the museum. Oh, what is this? Do we ever get up here? It's a whole bunch of people.
How are you?
Crazy eyes.
Make your way.
Excuse me.
Alright. Enhanced. There's an enhanced here. Where am I? Okay, is this the... Okay, so I guess...
Got a friend mining on Sidonia for a while. Hopefully, he finds something better soon.
Okay, so that's chunks, right? Yes. Alright, I think we're good. We just have to actually go inside some of these facilities.
I know your type. A freewheeling space ace. Must be nice.
Alright, and down here is that stink, or whatever they call it, the stinky, the Poopyville, or something. Enhance is there. This is where those people are hanging out. Which means that the prison is here, but we have to enter down here. I went by it, I realize. Okay. Yep, I've got a pretty good mental map of this area now. Alright, you slouches. Literally.
You stay on the straight and narrow.
This ostensic manifold is not claimed.
Don't break the law and you're good in my book. Drunk and disorderly is our #1 offense. Nobody in here right now.
What about you guys?
Freestar Collector's got a reputation for being a little lawless. That is not so. Drunk and disorderly is our #1 offense.
UC Captain's Log. Balawa. UC Cruiser Montero. Most of the passages are relatively uneventful, but the final entry has an urgent, even panicked tone. I barely have time to dictate this. They need me back at the bridge. We were attacked by 3 cruisers, all bearing Freestar Collective markings. It was a coordinated offensive. They came out of the debris field. 3 ships, 3 different directions, 3 different weapon types, and then took off. We were nearly crippled. Monroe can't even get his grav drive spun up. I can't believe my stupidity. Classic insurgency tactics, and I walked right into it. Jumonville Glen, Ong Than, Chaldea, and now this great in the textbooks for all the wrong reasons. These names are awful. I realize that they're trying to be like super like multicultural, being like, oh yes, there's Indians and Chinese and all types of these people in space, and I realize that, but it is like kind of a tongue twister, some of these names, at least for a English speaking tongue. Oh, no, no, no. Is there anything worth getting in there? I mean, the only reason I have it locked would be if there's something special, right? Great. Some kind of pictures here. Like a kid drew. Could be meaningful.
Nobody in here right now.
Alright, and now there's one less person in there, so there's that. Lock you in. Alright, what does that leave? Leaves the enhance. Test. Okay. I mean, there's probably not going to be a question here, right?
Hopefully another eager customer. Time to make you pop.
Alright, let's talk.
A new face. Hopefully going to be newer soon. Welcome to Enhance, where if you can imagine it, I can make your dreams come true. So pull up a chair and let's give you a makeover.
You need a makeover. Jeez, look at you. Is Enhance safe?
These days, please, safe as kittens. Some people change their look every week and never have a problem. So the only thing holding you back is, well, you.
Do you get a lot of business?
I get some, but not like I would on Neon, or I guess even New Atlantis. Mainly folk wanting a new hairstyle, or keep that hair on their head at all, if you know what I mean. But sometimes people want to really go for it, and those are just the best.
I think it's creepy.
You don't be a stranger.
Alright. Let's take a peek around. We already kind of checked this side, so let's check this side. Let's just make sure there's no magazines laying around. I think we're good. Let's check the actual operating area. Cool. Alright. Now that leaves the museum. And whatever's
Here
over
the
here.
Elios Retreat. Supposed to be some new age healing center for reforming criminals or whatever going up in Ixil too. I'm not holding my breath.
Sounds like a mission. So many missions. Usually we get them from security guards. I've noticed.
Je peux vous aider?
Sanctum Universum. Okay. So there's a sanctum here. Let's go into the Co-Heritage Museum.
Oh, are you a friend of Sam Coe? I
Jeez,
just
look
so
at this.
hope you both appreciate the museum. It's about his family, after all.
Hi, Leah.
Everything you see here is a piece of Aquila City's history.
How's the museum going?
Very well. People are proud of their history here,
Excellent.
so we get more visitors than I was expecting. So it gets pretty busy here, especially with school field trips.
I'd like to learn more about Aquila City.
Aquila City was founded over 150 years ago by Solomon Coe, a scientist and explorer from Earth. Along with other settlers, Coe built the structures you see in the part of the city we call the core. Those proud buildings still stand today. The planet was dangerous, so they built a wall around their settlement. Eventually, they ran out of space and started building outside the wall.
Okay, what happened after that?
There were so many buildings that they had to build another, larger wall, forming a second outer ring around the growing city. Of course, the city didn't stop growing, and before long, the third wall, the outer wall you see today, was constructed. Today, Aquila City is the proud capital of the Free Star Collective, and the Council of Governors continues to meet here when they need to.
So that's actually a pretty common story. Carthage. Was it Carthage? No, Constantinople. Begins with a C. Was also built the same way, where they ran out of space, and so they have concentric walls. Tell me about Solomon Coe.
Most people know Solomon Coe as the founder of Aquila City and the father of the Freestar Collective. He was an astrophysicist who lived on Earth in a place called Wyoming. Solomon was born around the time people first started living in space. Later in life, he designed starships, and when Earth was in peril, those ships helped to save humanity by taking them to new homes in the stars.
Sounds like Solomon was a big deal. Or I find stories of early pioneers fascinating. Both of these are good.
Absolutely. During the Great Exodus, Solomon came to this world. He named our star Cheyenne, which was also a place on Earth, and gave Aquila its name too. He and some others built the settlement that would go on to become Aquila City, and his descendants still live here today.
Okay. I travel a lot. I keep my eyes open for... I can keep my eyes open for things for your museum. Yes.
There are some things I would kill to have. I mean, wait, not literally. But I would pay a lot for. You see, the Coe family lost a treasure trove of old historic documents ages ago. And those documents would be priceless to have here.
Huh. Those old things.
What sort of documents are you looking for?
Well, all of them were owned by our city's founder, Solomon Coe. He's more than that, really. He's one of the greatest heroes of the settled systems. These documents would be, like I said, priceless to the museum and to our guests.
Depends on how much a lot is. I'm interested. Or I can see why you'd want them in your museum.
Their absence pains me.
Oh,
Jacob Coe and I have talked at length, and his great-grandfather was a troubled man. He sold off various historic documents to cover debts. They could be anywhere.
Troubled is a charitable way of putting it. Great-grandpa was a walking disaster. He almost lost everything, family estate included. Those documents she's talking about, they're real. We even have a few that survived.
Your father donated what was left to the museum.
Jacob did what? I didn't think charity was in his vocabulary.
If you find any of that trove of documents, I will pay dearly for it.
So search randomly through the cell systems. This is hopeless. Oof. Or I'm not going to make any promises, or I'll keep my eyes open for them.
Thank you. Think of the future generations that could benefit from seeing such important history.
All right. I have found something for your museum.
Let me see. I know these names by heart. Every founding family of Aquila City is there. But this is the original document. See here? You can see the check marks. If you find anything else, please come back.
So that was the book that we found while we were at the Red whatever it's called. What the heck was that called? I don't actually remember. Red Mile. That's it, I think. Is it Red Mile? I don't even know. I'd like to talk to you about Tree Branch.
That is not something I expected to hear today. I assume you're somehow associated with the United Colonies? I've received some odd messages of late.
What sort of messages have you received?
Several that bordered on being incomprehensible. Honestly, I thought it was some kind of strange prank until now. A bunch of gibberish about dire consequences and frequency modulation and genetic reconstruction. It all came across as rather unhinged.
Hey, I get it, but we have to collectively let go of this feud with the UC. And besides, this is really just about a tree and someone who is really, really attached to it.
Are you defending the UC? I must say, I expected more from a Coe.
Ooh.
Well, I'm afraid you've wasted your time because I'm not authorized, nor particularly inclined, to release any of our pieces. That includes 100-year-old tree branches.
Ooh.
Sorry, but it's staying in storage.
Interesting. So you have to convince her. Okay, well, let's look around first. Alright, so this is sort of her. Supposed to be like his study or something? A cot? Is that like his violin or something? What does some of this stuff have to do with Solomon Co? Deputy and Ranger badges. Double bone horn. Oh, is that his rifle? I have one that's sort of like that. Alright, there's not
Welcome
much.
to the Co-Heritage Museum. I offer a brief tour, and I'm happy to discuss the city's history as well.
Where's the tour? I'm missing the tour.
Your help in preserving and sharing Aquila City history is greatly appreciated.
Alright, I'm gonna save before I do this just in case it all goes wrong.
Please visit.
Because I don't want to have to steal it and like get on the bad side of these folks. It all goes wrong.
Hi. Please feel free to have a look around. It's the reason I started this place. I hear what you're saying, but I'm afraid it's out of the question.
It's in the question. That branch is a vital piece of important xenobotanical work. Or, I can be very annoying when I need to be. If you don't give me that branch, I won't stop asking for it. We'll go for this first. Big money.
Guess I don't want to impede anything important.
We'll go for it.
Go on. Keep asking. I still won't hand it over.
Yeah? Well, let me try again. I'll bring it back when I'm done. Make sure no damage is done to it. That should do it.
I guess it couldn't hurt. I can't believe I'm doing this. Please return it in one piece.
Alright. Excellent. Well, I think that this area is done. Kind of a small museum. What about all the comic books I've seen around? All those adventures. Surely there's more items to be had. Sanctum Universum.
Finally, there's a church in Akira City. Sorry, we're still getting this place set up. What first attracted me to the Universals is the beauty and symmetry with ecosystems, astrophysics, and science. Is it too wild to think it's more than just a chance? I think the more man strives to know everything, the more we will see glimmers of God's hands. I received this assignment from Keeper Aquidus himself.
Jake and the Inu, Part 2. Alright, let's start reading this stuff. Sigu Guan Investiture. In the name and authority of the Sanctum Universum, to whom it may concern, let it be known that Si Wu Guan is in charge of all matters for the Universals in Aquila City. Freestar Collective, signed, Keeper Achilles. Sanctum Universum, Volume 1, Spiritual Guide to a spiritual guide after the world's end. That's interesting. By Keeper Aquilus, I should say, of the Sanctum Universum, Volume 1. All people by nature desire to know, and this is the maxim of the philosopher, and the start of our most ancient disclosure, and the continuing truth that unites humanity's current diaspora. to its cradle around the yellow sun. The death of Earth may be cause for wistful reflection. Its time as the center of humanity recedes ever further into the past, and living generations find it so removed that their existence from their existence as to amount to nothing more than a historical trivia. Our technology and culture advance to forms that would be scarcely recognizable as human to even our recent forebears, and yet we still identify as part of the same lineage that first tamed fires and noticed that certain of the lesser heavenly lights seem to move in patterns. This taming and noticing, the vital combination of act and reflection, is what separates us from the other beings we have yet encountered. Okay? This is the foregone essence of humankind. All people desire to know. The subjects of that knowledge may vary across different cultures and epochs, and individual proclivities, but the need to know, to draw existing knowledge into the combinations and expand what exists, is ever present. Even the simplest of us seeks to know their neighbor, or themselves, or their work. The more ambitious intellects may seek to know the truth of the galactic superstructures, or the social origins of modernity. That pursuit unites us as a single race more than any biological coincidence or historical lineage can. Not all knowledge is of the intellect, however, and different principled approaches may yield their subsequently different conclusions or quantities of understanding each other. Here is where the first serious objections may be raised, particularly as the disciples of scientism begin the inhale of their great collective bellows, so as to put forth pure empiricism as the only valid means of knowledge. I do not wish to dampen their enthusiasm, nor do I deny the great benefits that have been found through that approach. Some of our earliest recorded disputes in the history of thought stem from whether reason or experience is the right path to knowledge. Our senses may be easily deceived, so we are forced to confront the possibility that they are always so. Our minds can be addled by decrepitude or confused by ideologies, making them no more trustworthy. To assign a place of privilege to either reason or experience is itself a curatorial act, which exists as part of a long philosophical tradition, whether the chooser knows it or not. All of this is to bring me around to my greater point, that of faith. I speak not here of the supernatural belief itself, though I will shortly come to it. Rather, faith in the acceptance of a truth that has been given from another. Whether the other came to it by reason or experience, whether the other is one superior or inferior, whether the truth is factual or qualitative, one does not matter. By incorporating a truth into one's knowledge without having arrived at it by individual means, a person is committing an act of faith. That's a good point, actually. Faith takes many forms that may be unexpected. The most passionate scientist, chauvinist, may believe in the existence of atoms, even though such things cannot be observed directly. They believe in them out of a trust of sound evidence and mathematical proofs, but even then, have they themselves seen the evidence? Have they themselves performed the mathematics? At some point, their epistemological journey towards greater knowledge, they have, with near certainty, accepted some truths on faith, and that faith may be in their teachers, in their texts, in the process of peer review, in the very existence of causality. Faith it remains. Which brings me then to the question of supernatural belief, particularly the ways such beliefs manifested in human religions over the course of history. In these matters, both believers and unbelievers are quite willing to say that the method of knowledge is faith. That reason may also be applied to these same matters is unsurprising, particularly in light of the original maxim which opened this text. Many a towering intellect has turned the full force of its powers to questions of faith, and these inquiries may prove to be enlightening exercises regarding the reader's own commitments. There is, though, a point of departure. For at its core, the very foundation of their thought, there is an assumption of the existence of something that these thinkers choose to label as God. Okay. You know what? I'm not going to read any more of these.
I received this assignment from Keeper Aquidus himself.
I was going to read all of these, but that took way too long. So, let's move on. I think we have a kind of a sense of what these people believe. It's like a it's like a very apologist belief, but it's like apologist for all of religion, which, you know, tends to be pretty convincing, I would say. People sleeping outside on balconies. Get out of here. The stretch apartment. Okay. I mean, do we want to go into the stretch yet? I suppose we...
Digital copy of the things I buy here?
No.
What? Why not?
One day we'll
I sell
crack
books,
sophisticated
physical
AI.
books.
Only a matter
Space
of
is a
time.
premium on my ship. If I could download it to my slate, I could have a whole library.
There are places you can go for that, ma'am. Just not my shop. Good day.
Wait, can't we?
We're done here.
Physical books only. Let's talk to that guy who was just talking about AI.
Next heat leads I find feeding up one of my robots. I'm going to the Astra. Alive. Not many people visit. Suits me fine.
Alright. Let's go into the bookshop. Actually, let's look around a little bit more. This person's floating.
Sorry, can't talk.
Alright.
That's no way to run a business. What happened to the customer is always right? Why are people so damn touchy about digital books?
Well, that's the thing. They're not touchy about it. There's nothing to touch. It's digital.
So many books to read and so little time.
You really love books, don't you?
Movies, slates, theater, all have their appeal. But books, you can get a window to mankind in its earliest days, or their adventure with Homer, or the actual thoughts of Julius Caesar penned in his own hands. And they offer visions of the future and wonderfully impossible things and might-have-beens. So, yeah, I do like books.
Do you run the store by yourself?
Yes, I had a husband, but he's no longer with us. We loved to travel, and always we'd be looking for rare books. Most of what you see here are mementos. It's sometimes hard to sell, but books are not meant to be hoarded. They're meant to be shared and spark something in us.
Are there any books you're looking for?
I am a bit of an aficionado of old Earth novels.
Well, truth be told, it's more of an obsession. Reading their stories is a revelation, not only for, the pure imagination, but the window you get into long-gone historical eras. I'll pay handsomely for any books you find like that. Except Charles Dickens. Definitely not Charles Dickens.
What's wrong with Charles Dickens?
Oh, nothing wrong at all. When colonists were forced to leave Earth for good, cargo space was precious, and for some reason everyone thought to bring their Charles Dickens collection. No, I mean he was an amazing writer. His stories are timeless. But what I'd give for a copy of Sense and Sensibility, or the Three Musketeers, oh! The original Three Musketeers, mind you, not the dozens of interpretations of it.
I feel the same way about a good book. Or you can read anything you want on digital. She's not gonna like that. You better make it worth my while. Alright.
Who doesn't?
If I have any books for your Old Earth collection, I'll sell them to you.
Oh. I'm afraid there's nothing you have that I don't already have. Sorry.
Okay.
Let's see.
Two Cities, Bleak House, Carrier of the Cosmos, Charity in a Godless Universe, 1 through 4. Okay, there's Crimson Cabin, David Copperfield, Fields of Everglass, Frankenstein, Hard Times, My Life Chunk by Chunk, Oliver Twist, Red Rover Come Over, Shadows in the Attic, Sword of Damocles, Ancient Civilization of Egypt, The Gravity Paradigm, The Orchid Merchant, The Pickwick Papers. I was hoping that we could just sell the book that we just picked up. I don't see it here. I guess that's negative. I was hoping we'd get a quest from her. Ajong Sinclair, book idea. Write what you know. What about a bookseller that solves a variety of crimes with their knowledge of ancient works? Think like Sherlock Holmes, except for anything literary. Maybe any news? Perhaps with a rival turned partner in Aquila Security. Just need to think endings. If you nail the mystery ending, then everything's in great shape. Rosebud from Citizen Kane? Who is where in Paradise Lost? So much Dickens out there. So maybe tie in with one of those books. Okay, so she's an aspiring writer. Gunslinger's Guide 02. Permanently reload and draw Laredo weapons 5% faster. All right. So we could steal any of these books. Thing is, I don't want to carry them around if she's not going to buy them back. All right. That might be it for the bookstore. The Stone Root Inn. What do we have over here?
I wish people could be fixed as easily as robots. Robots are a force amplifier for farm production.
Alright, so this guy's a roboticist living under a... like in an outdoor shop, or working in an outdoor shop at least. We don't know if this is where he's living. want to see the core, but at the same time, it's like trying to be methodical here. Alright, we can check out the inn here. I wonder if there's another way into the inn. Langston Manor. So am I already in the core? If we're getting manors, it sort of implies that it's wealthier. Alright, let's try the inn before we get too far away from it. Popular place.
The mayor's alright. Always painting too rosy a picture, though.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll go. We'll go. Just need to find a time.
I was thinking... Neon?
Neon? They're barely a part of the Freestar Collective.
So we're getting political now?
Hopetown's not that different from Aquila. Hard workers, and everyone making their own way. But... Neon?
But it could be so much fun. They say everything's legal on Neon.
We'll talk about it later. The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture. You do yourself a disservice if you don't stay here at least once.
If you're looking to stay, Eloise can handle that. My job's, well, everything
Late
else.
one night, Annie Wilcox tried to arrest me for public indecency. She'll be a terror when she grows up.
Let's talk to this person one more time.
Eloise keeps this place running, and I guess I keep her running. Or at least I keep her sane.
Hello. My mother always said that the secret to happiness is to learn to love where you are. She was a wise woman.
Sounds like there's a lot of history there.
There certainly is. My family's owned and operated this place going back generations. Why, the Stone Root's been around so long, it's even older than Midtown, and that's saying something. Aquila City folk value legacy and tradition deeply, and by running this, I get to be part of that.
I'd like to see the menu.
Just let me know if anything looks good to you.
Canuck ham boys. Canuck shepherd's pie. Kodos Crater. Dark lager. Okay, well, I don't have to go through all of these. There's a sandwich. Seaweed snack pack. Toast. Bourbon. No, I think we're good. Where are the crispy alien nuggets?
Aquila's really the heart of the Freestar Collective.
A year or two back, I shared a drink with Ron Hope. That man could drink.
We got a lot of bars in the city. All class joints. Well, except Aggie's.
Howdy. I'm looking for work. You hiring?
Nope. Once I figure out how to do outposts, I'll hire you.
Hi there, friend.
But not until then.
You should try Filburn's beer. It's brewed in the city, and it ain't bad.
Filburn's beer, so that's
a lot
what
of
they...
famous people visit Aquila. Popping back a beer, you
So that's what they keep
Welcome
trying
to the
to...
Stone Root Inn.
Trying to get me to buy.
We got a full menu for you.
So it's called Filburn's beer? Do they not have it here? Yeah, if this is alphabetical, EF, right? Does he have his own...
Eloise can hook you up with a drink or a room. I just help out around the place.
So Filburn must have his own spot or something. Or is it Filburn? Like PH? Alien stir fry. Papardel Balanos? I do find it interesting that this is much less dystopian than many other like futuristic universes. Like they're not eating like paste and like, well, they do have some bugs, but like bug paste, protein powder, and like I think that's it for here. Go
This place
upstairs.
has been in my family for generations. Feels like home.
It's a door. It doesn't go outside. Interesting. There's someone unexpected. You know, I'm not gonna look at everything anymore. It's kind of not working out too well. We'll just do more cursory searches. Unless it's like... Unless we're like actually looting a location. Oops. No, no, no. Wait. Get out of the way. Sam, get out of the way.
Hey, good to see you.
Excuse me.
Wait, I can steal anything in here? Okay. So this here doesn't have the steel logo on it. Which means we should be able to pick it. Let's see what's in there. It's been a while since I did a pick. Alright, that one's gonna have to go there. Which means that this one has to go here. Which means that this one has to go here. Which means that this one has to go here.
And you're in.
Yep. With my tiny 5 XP thing. And I am... I realized I just said I wasn't going to search this thoroughly, but... What the hell? Like, what was the point? Definitely sounds like there's a bug or something in here. Maybe a heat leech.
Hey.
Hi.
Oh, so good to see you again.
Are you stalking me, Phil?
You weren't waiting long, were you?
Alright, no new
Take it
messages.
easy.
Let's move on.
Okay. Hello.
Alright, maybe we should wrap up this episode. It's getting a little bit long, I would say. And we did search most of this area. Most of the left side of the world here. So, yeah, we'll wrap it up here. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this, and if you have, please like, maybe comment, maybe share, maybe subscribe. New episodes every day, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.